Hey guys, I'm Tyrone and welcome back to Harrison Family Farm. As you guys can see, a bit of a twist today. We're inside the house, and particularly in the kitchen. And I also have the lovely Miss Angela with us today.
Hi.
So today, what are we going to be doing, Miss Angela?
We're going to be making homemade tomato soup with tomatoes that we, aka he, grew in our garden. So, and we're gonna answer some questions about us, like kind of like a get to know us type thing. We got some new faces around here. We've had some people ask questions about us and getting us more involved. By us, I mean the rest of the family more involved. So we figured this one would be me and Tyrone. And yeah, and we answer some questions.
Yep. So I guess we're going to get right into it.
Yeah. So, okay. I found a recipe on Pinterest because I've actually never made homemade tomato soup, but it's actually really easy. So I found a recipe on Pinterest, but then I watched a ton of videos, like little TikToks of people. So I figured we'll just go with our own thing.
Okay.
So here are our tomatoes. We actually planned to do this video yesterday, so we put them in the fridge overnight. So they're a little smashed, but they're still going to be great because they're homegrown. And the first things first is we're going to roast our tomatoes. So we preheated the oven to 420, and then I kind of prepared this. So I guess we're just going to put the tomatoes and the veggies and Tyrone, I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but I snuck some of the jalapenos that Tyrone grew and want to roast those too. I've seen recipes for bell peppers, so I figured these aren't that spicy. I've made them in a few things that I've been making lately. So do that.
Cool.
All right, so let's go ahead and start putting tomatoes in the.
So do they need to be smashed first, or they go directly on the
No, we're just gonna put them directly on, and then after we put everything, we're going to put olive oil and then season it up a little bit. I'm just gonna go in the oven like that because I don't know if you remember, we got this cool little. I can't remember what kind of blender it is. Immersion blender. We got this as one of our wedding gifts, and so we're basically once it's all roasted, it's gonna be super soft, and then we're going to put it in that baby, which we also got as a wedding gift. Thank you, Nicole. And blend it all up in there. Because it'll be super easy to blend by the time it's roasted. Also, we got some garlic cloves that I've pre-peeled that we're going to do. So basically, this is like a garlic roasted tomato soup.
Ooh, I like the sound of it.
Okay, so we're just going to keep these in chunks like this.
Okay.
Those kind of came apart. And then I'm just gonna spread them out, and then you can start spreading them. Yeah.
You got water in this, isn't it? Already?
Oh yeah, no, probably not then. Or I guess I should have took the water out. Sorry about that. Good. Maybe you can get more. Maybe have garlic powder in. Okay, like I said, we're going to answer some questions too. So the first question we should answer, I just looked up some answers. Some questions on Google.
You looked up some answers, huh?
Right. Do you think I should cut this a little bit more? No, I think it's good. So first question is...
Oh, I'm answering.
You're answering.
Okay.
First question is, how did we meet? This you got to decide if we're going to tell the real story or the story that I manufactured after.
I don't remember your manufactured story.
It was like, do we want to tell the story, the actual story, or like my work story that when we go to work events, do we tell that one?
I'm telling the real story.
Okay.
What happened? For some odd reason, me being the inside body, not to go out, holy man that I am, on a whim, decide to step out to a lounge one particular night in Houston when we lived in Houston. And I was with a friend of mine, and he had taken a liking to Angela's friend, and so I wasn't really paying attention at first, and then I play wingman, see Angela, and we get to having some conversation and kind of hit it off. So we met at a lounge, just being out randomly. And I guess from your perspective, what was our meeting like?
I would say it was the same. Ladies, you can find love in the club. I wouldn't necessarily go looking for it. I certainly wasn't. It's crazy though. It's like one of those things where you're like, it was meant to be, because I definitely was not supposed to be out. My friend begged me to go out. Like this time I was in school and I was like heavy in my I'm studying. I'm not supposed to be going. I was in law school, so it was like intense studying for me because I was second year by then.
Yeah.
And so she begged me like, please, 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 please go out with me, because she was actually, well, that's neither here nor there. But she wanted me to go out so bad, and by this time, like I usually would not be out. It was April. I remember it was Easter. Right. Yeah, it was Easter weekend, and I was like, no. And then I ended up going out, and we ended up meeting. So it was crazy. Yeah. So it was meant to be, because I definitely on any other occasion would not be out in April while in school. So. Yeah.
She was out being fast with her stomach out, mid-drift.
Okay, they didn't ask you all that. They did not. I was like 27 or something. I was younger than that. I was like 25.
Yeah,
I was young. Okay, I did have a crop top on, but I was much, much younger. I was not
had a melt in my hand, y'all.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let Tyrone do this. He's a really good seasoner, so we want to season this up.
Especially not like this. It ain't no.
I can get a little.
Well, I gotta do it on my hand first or something. Yeah, maybe that's better.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So y'all, one thing about me is I love a good organization aesthetic moment, and so I took all of our seasonings and put them in these. But I will say, we probably should have went with one that had little holes in it, because you have to really be on point. I don't know if I got salt and garlic salt. I don't know that we need both. So
you can just use garlic powder.
Okay, so it's the garlic powder, that's salt, and then a little Italian seasoning.
I got garlic powder.
Yes, and then a little pepper, and a little pepper, and then I don't know. I got some basil leaves in case you want to put a little bit in there. But yeah, Tyrone's a great seasoner. It was the Italian seasoning, yeah.
Smells very oregano.
Yes. Yeah.
This is a family chat.
You done already told these folks that I had on crop tops and stuff.
Hey, you didn't want the story to have been told. Should have worn something different.
I'm gonna find the footage from that night. I have footage from that night.
You don't have nobody's footage.
Okay, I'm going to find it and insert it here. Editing Angela or Tyrone.
Footage of what?
Me and you that night we met.
And what footage do you have though?
It was like me, you, Cherie, Desiree.
Desiree was there?
Yeah, Desiree was there. Yeah. We all went out and like some song came on. It was, I'm not gonna say who it was, but a person I used to listen to back in the day.
Her favorite artist, it starts with a B.
No. And it wasn't Beyonce, thank you.
Nah,
that is my favorite artist.
It's a male.
But yes, I'm gonna find that footage and insert it here so y'all can have a little laugh.
So
Tyrone had no hair, he had a fade.
Oh man, they gonna be shocked.
Yeah, that's very good. Okay, so next question is also for you. What inspired you or us to start the Harrison Family Farm
channel? I don't know. I think on one hand, I was kind of inspired because Angela already had a channel, and so there was one aspect of it, and then also just wanting to document kind of my journey of what we were doing here was a big part of it too. I'm so sick. Y'all pray for me.
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna have the whole.
But yeah, it was a lot of wanting to document my journey, and then being able to look back. So that's the cool thing about it. You record it, and of course, it's cool because you guys get to watch it and maybe find entertainment or something out of whatever you get out of it. But for me, I can also go back and even show my kids at a later date and just see what I've come from to where I've gone. That's one thing about progress is sometimes when you go so far, you forget where you started at. And so to be able to see that kind of helps you appreciate maybe what you've done. So it was kind of one of those things as well.
I second all that. I feel like so the channel actually started. Well, maybe not the channel, but like the documenting of footage. I think on Instagram. Instagram started back before we even owned any property really ourselves. It was more Tyrone's grandfather's land that he was improving, and him and his dad was doing all sorts of tasks on it. And I remember days of like me and Isis being out there planting potatoes, and she's riding the tractor. I might insert some of the pictures too, but yeah, it goes way back. Like
it's a video of like it's lightly raining and Isis is out there in like one of my t-shirts, big old t-shirts with pigs and like the goats, like as a baby. It's funny.
Yeah,
but yeah.
So definitely fun to be able to go back and look at those memories. Yeah, and it's kind of a fun process. It can be a nerve-wracking and like disappointing process, especially for me because I get frustrated sometimes. But it can be a fun thing to build something like a YouTube channel and see all the progress you made. So, yeah.
For sure.
Okay, this looks good, y'all. Look at that. That looks really good. So yeah, we're going to, like I said, we're going to roast these up in the oven for about, flying here. We're going to roast these for about 20-30 minutes at 420. And then we're going to start on the next part. So while we wait for that, we got a while. The good thing about this recipe is really easy and really fast. So while we wait for that, hold on. Hey, Google, set a timer for 25 minutes. We'll go half.
All right, 25 minutes.
Okay.
Starting now.
So while we wait for that, let's answer some more questions. Why don't we? Okay. I haven't written down, y'all. That's why I'll keep
that. Are there any questions that you get to answer?
Okay, I'll do the next one. Okay. What's your favorite part about living on a farm? I will say it. Okay, so this is. Y'all can be like, girl, that has nothing to do. Okay, I will say it is a good talking point as I interact with people throughout my life. Literally, it's something people ask me about all the time at work. If you mention you live on some acres, you have a couple cows, it is something people remember you. It makes you very, very memorable. It's one of the things that I always mention when I introduce myself to new people, new crowds. I had to speak in front of a ton of people. Not speak, I had to talk in front of a ton of people. This exercise for a conference that I went to last year or 2 years ago. And I mentioned that we lived on a farm. We had a cow named Beyonce and a bull named Jay. And literally I had people come up to me after that and introduce themselves for me. So it's a really, really cool thing to like say. Like, whenever you do those like, what is it called? Like icebreakers, you have to say a fun fact about you. It's my go-to. I love that. Okay. Another thing I would say, I just like having a lot of space. And like, I feel like we live in a land of opportunity. There's so many things we can do. Oh, yeah. I have a ton of ideas, as Tyrone will tell you, about ways we can use the area later. I think it'll be super, super cool for TJ. And it's just cool for kids. Like, you don't need to go to the park because you can literally have a park behind you. Kids say they're bored. There's a million things that they can do. So I think that's really, really cool. So I think it's a really nice thing to have as like for a family. I think you should still answer to that.
I'm sorry?
You should still answer. What's your favorite part?
You didn't give like your version of the answers to the previous question.
I did on the first one. The meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I enjoy about it? I don't know. I guess on one hand, what do I want to say? I kind of like the animals a little bit, I guess.
You love the animals.
They all have their own personalities. And so hanging out with them a little bit or just them being present, watching them from afar, whatever the case may be, I kind of just enjoy watching them. They all have their different temperaments and things that they like to do. And so it can be cool learning them. You kind of develop bonds and relationships with them, from the dogs, the ghosts. Everybody has their own little quirk or thing or whatever that makes them kind of cool. And so I think I just enjoy them. Beyond that, I enjoy the projects that come along as a result of it. I'm a person who likes to tinker and mess with things. And so I like the different projects or a lot of things you guys will see me, whether it be around the house or my vehicle, I kind of take on myself a lot of times, and I just like to mess with stuff. So it gives me an endless, what I want to say, pipeline of projects and things to do. So that's kind of what I like about it.
Yeah, that's true. I like that. And the space to do it,
Yeah,
I must say.
That too.
I won't say that we're just free to do whatever we want to do because, we still live within the city limits or whatever, but it's definitely a lot more freedom to do some of those projects than maybe some people might have. Also, I love being able to look to my left, or sorry, that's my right. Look to my right, look to my left, and literally not see somebody else's yard or house.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Indeed.
Let's see. Okay. What's the most challenging thing about farm life, would you say?
Most challenging. Okay, most challenging thing is caring for the animals. Like on one hand, like I said, they're cool and fun to be around, but also it can be a challenge in the sense that you have to consistently, day in and day out, make sure that they eat, make sure that they have water, so that can impact your time away, travel. It can impact your day, especially as we move into a season where days get shorter. So a lot of times I want to kind of get them taken care of before the sun goes down, if possible. And so that kind of impacts my work day at times, or it can impact other parts of my day. And that can change at different times. But yeah, I would say just keeping up with them, making sure they have what they have is probably the most challenging thing. Yeah.
Well, I have to say, Tyrone takes on the majority of the work when it comes to actually running the farm, just being honest. So I don't really have those same challenges. So I would have to say the biggest challenge for me is the bugs.
That's funny because I was going to give pushback to Angela's non-answer, and I was going to say that. And so it's funny.
The bugs. It's the bugs. For sure. Okay, let's see what we got. Y'all, it smells good in here already. It's been like 7 minutes. Yeah. 7. Okay. What's your favorite project we've worked on together in the farm?
Favorite project we worked on together on the farm?
At any farm, I guess, because we've had 2 different.
I don't know, maybe things surrounding gardening, I suppose. Whether that be here or my granddad's.
That's his way of saying I don't be doing that on the farm.
I'm just trying to see if other projects, quote unquote, that you've been a part of. You've been out here a day or two or cleaning some land. Those are always enjoyable moments.
I feel like before we moved here, that's also one of my favorite things about being here. It's just finally being here. For a long time, we were at our actual house, and Tyrone was spending so much time over here. So it's nice to be able to just call out to him. Or you guys, I don't know, you probably seen it on the channel where Tony will randomly pop up because he can just come outside, see what Dad's doing, help him, but then also go back in and get back to whatever he wants to do inside the house too. So I love that part. But project, I would say the inside projects.
Of course.
For sure. So somebody actually mentioned they like the inside stuff. I
Oh,
saw
yeah,
it
they
on
did. They did.
on
Most
the last
recent,
video.
yeah.
Yeah. So the inside stuff for me. So Tyrone is literally God's gift to women. Me particularly when it comes to knowing how to do everything as it relates to furnishing the house, y'all. Like I have the ideas, the visions, and the shopping. I will do it all day, every day. But like I need him to like, I guess like, what is the word I'm looking for? Execute on my plan. So, he's outside most of the time. So most of the channel is on the outside. But you guys, there will be signs that he's been in here. Like the lighting, all the pictures, all that stuff is, again, my vision, his executing. And I love being able to basically have that on demand. It's really, really nice. Because Tyrone will tell y'all at the old house, I tried to hang some stuff.
That wall so messed up.
The work he had to do before we moved out, because we were renting that place. The work he had to do before we moved out on that wall. I don't even think I'm allowed to touch walls here. So yeah, I love that. The inside projects we're doing, the basement stuff is fun. When I get a chance to get in on it, of course, whenever I'm down there, he's not recording, so I'd be down there, y'all. You did give me a teensy bit of props in the last video, but I was just down there yesterday for hours, at least 2, drilling and everything. Check out our last reel. Our last short, and you'll see.
This young lady.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I love this one. Okay, this one says, "Do we have any farm animals? And do we have any farm animals with quirky personalities?" And you alluded to this already.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think
Every
they
single
all,
one.
I think they all have a quirky personality.
Yeah.
For sure. Like if I'm thinking about the goats in particular, the female goat, I bottle fed her just to give context, but she's real loving and nice. Mind you, I had the male goat from the same age. I got them maybe a week apart, and he was a baby as well. He never let me bottle feed him though. He wanted to fend for himself from the jump. He never took a bottle from me, and then even now, like we have a love-hate relationship in the sense that he likes to come next to me, he likes to rub against people. When I go to touch him, he wants to push his head on me and push me away. It's just funny. And then same way with the cows. Like I showed you guys in a video not long ago, Jay loves to stalk me. He loves to watch every move that I'm making. He'll even let me pet him through the fence while he's eating, but he doesn't want me to be too close to him. Like if I'm in the pen, like he'll let me get close, but he don't want me too close. And then the dogs. Sophie's my baby. I've had her the longest, and so she's real lovely with me. Whereas Duchess, she is still sweet, but she's just not Sophie. But everybody's unique, and everybody has their own little kinks about them or quirks about them on me. So yeah. And then my Angela, that's the craziest one.
Boy, okay. If Tyrone come up missing, you know why, because he played too much.
So we had it and heard it here first.
Okay, so he didn't. I'm surprised he didn't speak on Beyonce, because Beyonce is the diva.
Yeah.
She's the female version of a hustler in every sense of the word. She's Beyonce, and she thinks that my man is her man. She loves this man right here. Always nudging on him, trying to get close. I mean, she really acts like me, because that's me.
She was bottle fed too by me.
She was bottle fed, and so, it shows. She acts just like a nursing baby, and the attachment to their moms. She loves Tyrone.
So, a little bit.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't believe he didn't speak about his favorite. He just loves her. I love Beyonce too, though.
But yeah, she's been around.
She's
the longest.
the OG. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see, y'all. I said this already, but it smells so good, doesn't it? Yeah. This soup about to be fire. Okay, and let me show y'all the bread that we got here.
Oh yeah, you talk about it.
It's sourdough bread loaded with flax seeds, poppy seeds, and onions and garlic. Let me show y'all. But yeah, we got this to make. Obviously, you have to have grilled cheeses when you have tomato. snacks too. So I think this would be good. I actually got this from Aldi. Y'all don't sleep on Aldi, okay? Especially in this economy.
Ain't that the truth? Oh my God, who did I see that had that hiring sign?
Ooh.
Oh, it was one of the fast food places, but it said, "Dang, was it come work part time during this hard time?" It was something like that.
That's so petty.
That's so wild.
I mean, but this is the time for people to start doing part-time jobs. We're about to head into the holidays.
We had no seasonal jobs are normal, but it was just what they were saying was just funny.
Yeah.
Not funny, but it was just like, oh, okay, I see y'all got the marketing team working.
This is off topic, or this wasn't like in the questions, but if you had to work a seasonal job, what would it be? At this stage in your life, what would it be? I already know mine off topic.
If I had to work a seasonal job, it would probably be, I mean, some type of retail, I guess, in the sense that, yeah, probably some type of retail, whether it be home construction store or even maybe even package handling or delivering as another option.
Can you guess what mine would be?
Retail at TJ Maxx or something?
Home goods.
Home goods.
Only for the discount.
Of course.
I would literally spend my whole paycheck. I would work just so I could buy with the discount. Absolutely. I love home decor, y'all. That's my jam. Home decor. And that's the thing. Y'all don't see me in the videos a ton because I be inside making this house a home, okay? Inside. But catch me probably next summer, hopefully, God willing. I'm going to be outside because we're going to be landscaping and getting our, what is it called? Curb appeal together. I have lots of ideas. Tyrone does too. You were just talking about some flowers and stuff. So it's coming soon. And also, as TJ continues to get older, we can transition outside. I mean, for the most part, he's just been a baby. He just started walking like 3 months ago. And he's very, very curious about outside. He loves looking out the window, looking at the animals and barking and stuff when he sees the dogs. So I imagine he'll want to get out there, but baby steps for me. Oh, this is a good one. Who's the better cook between the two of us, would you say?
Angela.
I thought there was going to be a little bit more, competition, or I thought she was going to have to.
Nope.
Tyrone can cook, y'all. He just doesn't cook, but he can cook.
Well, thanks, but nope.
I thought he was going to say him. He can cook.
No, you gotta be down.
Yeah, he's saying that because he wants to continue being the one that cooks occasionally.
Everybody likes it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I like this one too. What's a meal we'd eat every day if we could?
Meal we would eat every day.
Or you say you, I'll say me. It's probably going to be similar though.
Every day. That's steak.
That's mine too. We are a steak loving home. Okay. Yeah. TJ likes it too. So I was gonna say hopefully TJ falls right in line with the rest of us, but he's a big meat eater. But yeah, that's the one thing you can count on for the kids is if they're gonna eat steak, crab legs, and their dad's grilled like chicken on the grill. Mm-hmm. They'll never waste that. Let's see. Okay. What's a random talent or hobby that you have?
I can move my ears.
You can? Oh my! I didn't know you could do that. Hold on. I didn't know that. Who are you? Do I even know you?
Nope.
Tyrone.
How about you?
Oh my gosh. I hate this question. Because I don't have any weird hobbies.
Show my vocalist.
I actually can carry it too.
Straight to hell.
Tyrone is such a hater on my singing. I love to sing. But let me see. A random talent or hobby. I don't know. I can't think of anything. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to come back to that. I don't know. What do you all like to do as a family when you're not working on the farm?
Typically, well, at least during this season, we're at one of the kids' sports games if we're not here.
Yes.
That's usually what it is. Outside of that, um, I don't know. We do little family outings. Some of them we even share with you guys here, but we usually look for things that are happening here locally. Yeah, try to attend here and there.
I'm sure all of my parents of like kids, sports age kids, that's exactly what y'all are doing. So y'all get it. Comment below and let us know what your kids play. So Isis is a volleyball star, and Tony is a football star.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're doing here. TJ, I don't know what he's going to gear to. He seems to be into music, so I don't know. We'll see if he likes sports. He has a little basketball hoop. I point to it because I'm looking at it, but he has a little basketball hoop that he just started showing interest in front of me today. But before that, he wasn't really interested in it. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm like the person who's like always on like the Facebook events or the local page, like the local Instagram page, seeing what's going on, so we can try and so that's my thing for sure. Being out and about and looking for things to do. Here's one. This is another one, like a parenthood related to. Comment down below if you guys have kids, if you're parents. But what types of things are you excited about teaching the kids as it relates to the farm? Like, how do you tie in the farm into to teaching your kids certain lessons and life things, skills, lessons, whatever?
I think through my own struggles for one. Well, hands on is just developing skills that might be useful later in life, whether that's fixing something, repairing something, but then also through my own struggle. So maybe I don't get something done, maybe I mess up something, and then just kind of living through it and vocalizing it to them as I'm going through it. So whether that is um, triumph in the face of defeat and perseverance and keep pushing through until I actually get the result I'm looking for, or whatever the case may be. I don't know, it kind of both ways, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like they say like one of the best ways to teach somebody or to have somebody learn is to like watch them. You can say things, but watching, is always going to be good, or like actually doing. I mean, that's the best way to get experience. So just having those opportunities to learn, to do. I mean, every time like Tyrone never ceases to surprise me. I'm like, how do you know how to do that? Well, when did you learn how to do that? And it's always usually tied back to some experience he had with dad, grandfather, grandmother, uncle, somebody, mom, whatever. It's always tied back to something that ties back to childhood. So those types of things excite me for the kids to be able to learn some of those skills, especially the boys as it relates to learning how to do just all those handy things. And not that they're not beneficial to girls too, but I just feel like might be less interested. I know me, again, I like having Tyrone, so I don't even have to know how to do those things. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's just how I feel. So definitely think there are going to be some good life lessons that take them, really far in life, and just being able to save a few bucks here and there because you know how to do it. Yeah. So also the chores and like responsibility. It's a great, easy way to learn responsibility. I think Tyrone and I had went to one of my old coworkers' homes, and he also has a farm. And some of the things that he kind of casually mentioned, we went home like, yeah, okay, these are things that we want to implement, because he was talking about how his son in particular had a kind of like a mini business.
Yeah, he was selling chickens.
Selling his chickens, raising them. But it was a part of his chores to like take care of them, feed them, whatever. So it's like a lot of lessons. Google, stop. But it's a lot of lessons in just a few simple tasks. Money lessons, chores lessons, responsibility, all sorts of things. So I think, as we find our footing here at the farm, those are things that like the kids will be able to do and learn. So, you know, it seems like we've been here a while, but we're really still
So
fairly new
Yeah.
and working out the infrastructure and
For
working
sure.
out our what animals we have. I know
Yeah.
Tyrone has aspirations for other animals, which I'm not sure if he shared with y'all or not, so I won't say exactly what those are. But
Yeah.
so I'm excited for that. And also one of my goals is to get involved in some of those things a little bit more too. I was just telling Tyrone the other day, TJ and I were at this like fall festival event, and there was dogs there. And again, TJ sees the dogs, but he's never out there with the dogs, so he hasn't had any actual interaction with dogs before. And there was the dog there, and it was, you know, TJ ran right up to the dog and like touched the dog, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're not even, you know, no fear. So I'm like, oh, he's gonna be a natural out there with those animals when the time is right. Like I can definitely see him being out there in the cow pen with Beyonce like that. Like me, I'm like, hey Beyonce, but I'm not out like in there because I'm like more reserved or more scared. So I'm happy that he seems to be kind of on his dad's side of the spectrum with those things.
Yeah, I think you have to fight to keep TJ back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I think it's time.
Smell a little something.
Yep. Okay, so we got these cute fall little, what is it, like pot holders or whatever to not ruin the thing. So I'll keep that up there. I'll let you do the honors.
Oh Lord.
Mr. and Mrs. Forever. Isn't that cute, y'all? Wait, did we show y'all our aprons? Isn't that so cute? And actually, that's like one thing I should have said is like one of my favorite things, like the gardening and stuff like that, and just, you know, some of our goals for the food really sparks you to like cook from scratch and do all sorts of things. I've been finding things to make these jalapenos with. Like, it's really cool. I never even knew the type of satisfaction I would get out of this type of stuff. Like cooking with things that I and he, because we're one, grew is really freaking cool. Like, it's so cool. It's one of my favorite things to brag about too. Sorry, I almost garden. All right, so I think next thing we have is saute some onions, a little garlic paste, a little basil. I'm just gonna do this a little bit. Let these onions saute up a little bit. It's not much. You know, we already had onions in there. It's just something to kind of get the pot going while we put this stuff.
What's that there?
This is basil paste. So a lot of people use fresh basil. We didn't have any. Can you open it for me, baby? Cut this one out. Garlic paste in there. Put a little, not too much. Is it pretty fragrant?
Same as this?
Maybe less. Yeah, that's probably good. Ooh, that basil smells good. Oh my gosh, that actually smells really good. Okay, I guess let's let this fry up like for like a millisecond.
Okay.
And then we're going to put that in there.
Add it like now?
Yeah, I'll let you do it. Alright. And then let me look at the instructions while you do that. thing? Have you ever used one? American Club?
This is
Yeah, I don't know why. Ooh, that smells good. Just gonna- It smells so good. Okay. Let's do some chicken broth. Also, I think I'm gonna put. I got this tomato paste. That's another idea
What's
for
that?
if this is tomato paste, but we could make our own.
Oh, you're
There's
right.
just things to think about. We can make.
You didn't use all of it?
Do you think I should?
I wouldn't
plan
want to
on-
say over the bottom of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were insinuating I maybe shouldn't use it all. That's
Oh, no.
Did you already put some broth in there?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know
That's
how
good.
much.
I'm thinking at minimum a cup and a half, maybe more.
No.
We can. Yeah, but we mean it was helpful. It smells so good.
You ain't cooking the bread yet, is you?
No.
This the pot smell like the whole meal.
Oh,
I smell the what I want to say, the tomato side, the oregano, and like a hint of, I don't know, bread or something. Maybe it's the oregano making me think of it.
you put just one cup.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. At least half.
That's what you said one.
I said one and a half. Oh my gosh. It smells so good. And then it's blended, I guess, and then we'll put in the
And you're like, what the thing?
yeah, because we wanted to get soupy. This will tell us if we need more broth. Yes. Heavy whipping cream. You see him stir it up.
Always stirring the pot.
Seems so light.
You do like it.
Tyrone's scared to taste it because it's hot.
It's literally boiling. See?
In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start prepping the stuff for the grilled cheese. Put some butter on the bread.
I want you to taste it.
Okay. Can you get it ready for me?
Ready.
It's got to cool off.
No.
Another question I'm going to ask you is, so we're in the fourth quarter, so we're coming up on a new year here very soon. What is a project around the farm that you are looking forward to, or that you want to, implement or work on in
Talking about like
2025? Farm project.
just more things related to fencing. So clearing Warland, getting more fence up is essentially till it's all complete is a goal of mine. Then yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Here you go.
It's ready already because it looks steaming hot still.
Oh, that's the pot. I just don't want to waste.
It's really good. I don't know that it needs much seasoning. Like any. What do you think?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's good. Dang. We did that, baby.
I did it by myself.
Of course. Let me see if I have any goals. Probably what I talked about. Me hopefully working on some of the landscaping stuff. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. I'm just happy to see what comes. I'll just be thankful for another year, right? But that soup, y'all, is good. I'm gonna leave well, Tyrone's gonna leave a link to the recipe in the description box in case you guys are interested. But we're gonna make sure we show y'all, how we plate everything up because it's gonna look so good. But I think that's all the questions we're gonna answer. I feel like you guys hopefully have a better idea of who we are and get to see a little bit more of, our personalities and things that go on inside the home of the Harrisons or inside the Harrison family farm. Aren't these the cutest little bows you've ever seen for the fall? So cute. So we're gonna plate these up. I'm gonna let this heat up some more. What's going on? Let this heat up some more and make these little grilled cheeses and put them in these cute bowls. And we're gonna eat dinner. That's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want me back on the channel. I'll try to convince her to let me keep.
We took a survey and the folks said you're not welcome.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, thanks so much for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. We really hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out their recipe. This soup is really good. And have a great week. Appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, peace.
All right, open this up.
Open your mom up.
Okay. Here we go. This fly.
Let's see if we can take him out. Where's he disappeared?
He'll be back. He smells like this good old roasting.
Oh, there's our thumbnail.
I know. Oh yeah, let's redo it so I can make sure I look cute. This is gonna be in the bloopers though. Oh shoot!
You alright?
Oh my god!
Are you okay? Oh shit!
That's definitely saying it. Because you laughed at me last time I did that. You remember that?
So you worry about the wrong thing. Trying to look back at me.
Y'all didn't see it off camera. I almost dropped these. You ready to